Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today you may notice I have a new view. I have started my kids channel, which believe me, it's going to need a lot of tweaking as I go along, but I just wanted to try this view for my channel too because a lot of you would prefer the overhead, I think, but let's just see how it goes. So anyway, to start my channel fresh, I did something a little different and new with my album. I have been doing a lot of one-page wonders, but I thought, let's just change it up just a little bit. So this is a fun album, and I like this idea because you can twist it and make your own as always. But here I have a closure, and I kind of just used elastic and stuck these little beads on here, and these beads are very inexpensive. I literally got them at Walmart for like $2, I think. So you could see this was actually used for that new kid channel that I'm doing. But I thought, okay, I can use at least the muted colors for that, or maybe some of the pastels. So we're going to open this up here, and originally I was like, oh, let me do a little Velcro closure, right? But then I realized that I have something here, so I can't really do that. So I ended up just putting a pocket and just another pocket, and I actually do like this view a little bit better because you guys can see it, and it's actually more than 12 inches, which is hard to catch the other direction. So, and then here I've got these little, just like file folder things. Now I made this purposely sized to fit 3x5. So if you wanted to make this a recipe album, this would be great for a little recipe album. You could even, make these corners a little lengthier, whatever, and then add more pockets if you want it really built up. But again, it's just always the inspo. So, and the great thing about this album also is that you can use cardstock and single-sided paper, or just use the scrapbook paper if you don't want to do like the double work that I'm going to be doing. All right, so let's grab our cardstock. Now I'm going to try and go along with this. So, all right, let's see here. So this little back piece here, that's going to be this. That's going to be 5 by 6.5 inches, okay? 5 inches height and 6.5 inches width. So it's going to be a little back piece. And now we're going to have 2 of these, and these are going to be our doors. So our little doors here are going to be 5 by 5.5 inches, and we're going to score it here. So let me grab my scoreboard. We're going to score them exactly the same, which is at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. So 1/2 inch and 1 inch at the, at the 5.5 inch score. So make sure it's at the 5.5 inch score. And again, right here at 1/2 inch. And I noticed, just FYI, on my kid channel when I did it, my fingers look so long and lanky on this overview. I don't know why. I don't think my fingers are that long in real life, but I don't know. My son's like, Mom, your fingers look so long. So I'm interested to see what you guys think, because you guys have seen all my other videos. All right, anyway, so here we go. So this is the easy part. And we will just kind of fold that up here so it looks like that. Okay, so you see this, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. And make sure you use that little bone folder you got, because, you want this to be really crisp because it's cardstock and you want it just to look good. All right. So now we're going to have it like going long ways. You don't want it like this, you want it like this. And we're going to go ahead and glue it on. So we're going to glue the doors on. You can do it in the front or the back. I'm doing it in the back. So I'm just going to glue that part on right there. I had to unclog my glue a bit. Okay. So I'm just going to glue right here. And pop that on. So it's going to have that nice little ledge right there, so that we have a little bit of leeway right here. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So I put my glue in here because mine's going behind. If you're putting it on top, then you're going to want it in the back. So if you want this thicker, like I said, if you're doing this, and you can use the same exact measurement, all you do is maybe instead of a 1/2 inch, do 1 inch. And these doors will just be a little shorter. But I made this so that the doors overlap. So if you're missing a little length, it'll probably be just right about there and right about here. And you'll still have that door. So if you want to add like a double one of these, you can do that. So ta-da, that part was easy. All right. Now let's see. Okay, let's kind of decorate a bit because it does take a little bit to do that. So for these, okay, so for these little doors right here, this is going to, you're going to use four of them, and they're going to be 4 1/4 by 4 3/4. Now, I have 6 here because I was indecisive about how I want mine to look. So I'm just going to kind of look and see. I really like this, but my pocket color is going to be that. But maybe I'll just do it anyway. So again, you'll have 4 of those. So I know my neighbor decided to cut the grass right now. My son just cut our grass too. He's at that age where he's actually offering, so he can get a little allowance and stuff. So I really like that. All right, and then I'm gonna do this door here. Now, obviously, you don't have to do the pockets like I did. You can just leave it and make a little die. I just wanted to give you guys some ideas. That's why I did the pockets on the side and stuff like that. And I did 1 vellum, I did 1 regular, so you can kind of get an idea of what that's gonna look like. Okay, and then we're going to do these, and I think I want these doors, these as mine. So put that right here. And then 1 more right here. We could even do a little strip, but I wasn't feeling that ambitious. It just, to me, that part is just a little bit tedious, but if it drives you crazy, you can definitely do something like that too. All right, so I did that. Now, let's do that little back cover here. And that back cover is just going to be 6 1/4 by 4 3/4. So I don't, like, I really, so let me show you. My pocket color cover is going to look like this. So I don't want it to be too crazy, you know what I mean? I think it's gonna have to be that. This was all in a set, but I just feel like this one is so much more different than the other scheme going on. But they're the designers, so I know they know what they're doing. And holy cow, how many of you guys are swimming in pollen like us? Like the cars are covered, everything is just ridiculous. But I'm not gonna complain, it's better than winter, right? So we say, until it's like 90 degrees. Okay, so that's easy, and now the rest is just even more easier. So let's see. All right, let's do that little file thing right here in the middle. We're gonna do this piece. And I wanted to do this easy and quick, so that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Oopsie. All right, so our file thing here is going to be 12 by 7 inches, okay? So let's start with the 12-inch side. Sorry, I don't like to confuse you guys with all the measurements. So over here, we're going to do it at 1/2 inch and 6 1/4 inches. So 1/2 inch and 6 1/4. And then we're going to turn it to the 7-inch side, and we're going to score it at 3 1/2 inches. Okay, and this is why I do it this way. So just take that little score right here in the end. and we're gonna close it so it's gonna look like that. All right, so it should look like this, and then basically we're gonna fold it, and that's gonna give us our double. So instead of doing it separate, I don't know, I just thought it was easier to do it that way. So, and then you can double it up. So again, if you do that 1 inch score over here on that book, you can just do 2 of these. I just thought it was a quick, easy way to do that look. But if you want different papers, then obviously you have to do it a little bit different. But I like it because you're not going to see the back anyway. So I want my print obviously to face up. So I'm going to go like this, and then you want to go ahead and do your little thumb notches and things. So I'm going to use my 1 inch punch here and make a little notch right here. And then I'm going to make one right here. So you should have 2 little pockets right here. And before I add that in, what I'm going to do is take just foam tape, or you could just take any kind of tape, honestly. But I'm going to pop mine on here, and that's going to just keep it intact right there, so it's like an accordion. And now we can add it on. Voila! See? So easy. So I'm going to take probably a more solid tape. So I'm going to use my double-sided tape here, just a bit thicker. And I never go crazy taping these kind of things. I usually just do a strip, if you haven't noticed. And I do put mine a little lower because if you have things that you're tucking in the top right here, you don't want it like hanging out of your album. So it's going to look like that. And then you have that leeway in there, right? And then the other options were just, if you want to add a vellum pocket, you could do a 4.5 by 2 1/4 right here and just add that on. And I'm just going to gently glue it. This one showed a little bit because I didn't smudge it. I probably should have used tape for this. My neighbor's grass was as bad as ours. Like my husband's, I have to say, his least favorite chore is cutting the grass. I don't know if I've mentioned that before in my videos. So it is, I believe my neighbor is the same exact way. All right, and our community is pretty up to par with that. So not good for those who like to be lazy. Okay, so the side pocket here, and just so you can see, it just looks like that. So if you don't have vellum and you want to do that, that's another option. I actually liked that, but I had done the vellum. I don't know, they're both nice. It's really just depends what you want. So this one's just going to be a 3 by 4 3/4. Now, it would match if I did that, but I'm just not digging the polka dots with this. In fact, even this print's a little too much for me, but I don't know. I guess I don't have a choice. Maybe I can just cover it up with some embellishments. So I'm just going to put that right here. And I didn't score this or anything, as you can see. I just made it really simple because the doors are pretty flat and you have this that's a little puffy, so you don't really want to make too much going on. All right, so that looks good. And let me grab my box here of like embellishments and stuff and see what we got going on. So I want to put a flower up here, kind of like what I did before, because it makes it just so much more pretty. Can't ever do the same thing twice when I'm doing these things, because it's like, oh, nothing really matches the same. Otherwise, I would just pick something else. Probably use something. This is so busy, this print. I wonder if I kind of like that first one that we did. I mean, it is pretty busy. Can't figure out which one I want to do. I guess I'll do this. So I'm going to use the double-sided foam tape for this. But of course you can use any that you want. And you know what? I'm going to put that here because I don't trust my placement with this. So there's that. And I'm going to add one of these stickers here. Maybe like lots of love right there. And all these fun, I love this, but I really don't know what I would do with it besides just adding it on there. So you can add that on there. And then the back page here, there was a tab, so I added that in there. I don't know if this one has a tab, so instead of a tab, maybe I'll just use this little stamp and put it back there like it's a tab. So you see how it looks like that. And then I'm just going to add a little card in there. And here. It just says you. There must have been something else, or not. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it means swap or something else, but maybe you guys could tell me. I'm just going to go ahead and put that there. And then this is the part that's a bit blingy. For me. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind covering it with a tag. Just to kind of add some like black in there, because I feel like it's all on this page and not on the other one. Let me see. I don't know what I should have done with this page. Maybe, actually, that's not looking too bad. Just to make it blend in, because I feel like it's not matching my page. That makes me feel better. Because it's a little bit of this color kind of going in there. So, and I guess I can just put this. This is driving me crazy. I have a little bit of that left from my cutter. I'm gonna stick that in there. So, and then here, so you've got this. But I mean, it's just so pretty and easy, and it's a fun little flip thing. I mean, you could just really, just like I said, you don't even need pockets. If you want to make it quick and just put some recipes in there and just put your embellishments there, that'll be pretty. And all I did, like I said, is I just got my elastic cord here and I just wrapped this up. And this has so much going on already. I don't know if I'll need anything in the front like that other one. Oh yeah, and if you want to cover the back, use this size for the back and that'll be fine. Probably use a different ribbon. Honestly, with this one, I would probably use like a pink ribbon. Like a nice, pretty, thick pink ribbon. I think that would look better. So I'll just use this for now. And what did I do? This is too tight on my album here. There we go. Maybe I'll just add a sticker. Got these here. I actually like this embellishment because it's so busy. Maybe just something like that right there. But honestly, this is fine, just like this. So yeah, this is my little weekend album. I hope you guys like this. I thought it was fun just to be a little bit different, right? We've been doing kind of the same flippy things. Not exactly the same, but I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to switch it up. So thanks so much for joining me, you guys.